Good morning to Old Fisherman. Hey, he's done hooked up on a largemouth. And he's done went around my buoy. The fish has done went around my buoy string out there. Oh my. Oh my, he's a good one too. He's a good one too. Old Fisherman's got him a largemouth on, people. He's got him a largemouth on. He hit his, you got to love it jig. And he done went around his buoy out here. I was trying to get the camera on when he bit. He hit hard. And I'm trying to get the camera on. And I'm trying to get it where he's not around his buoy. And I don't know if I can. He's a good one. He's a good one. He's a good one. He's a good one. Hey, he's a good one. Largemouth. Oh my. Oh my. Gotta get the big net. Gotta get the big net. Got a good, nice largemouth on my jig. Gotta get him in. He's gonna try to throw it out one. Hey, we gonna fix to get him though. Oh my, look at him. Look at him. Look what the old fisherman just caught. Look what the old fisherman just caught on Lake Monticello. Oh my. Oh my, people. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him. Look at the size of that one. That's a good one, ain't it? That's a good one. The old fisherman, he has done it again. This time, he caught him a Dolly Whopper Jumbo Magnum. Largemouth. He ain't no super monster, but he thumped it. Hey, guess what he hit? Guess what he hit? You got to love it jig. Oh my. He's creamed it. He creamed it. We're gonna weigh him and throw him back, people. Now look at him. Look what the old fisherman got. You got to love it. The old fisherman caught him a nice largemouth bass. He don't weigh that much now. He don't weigh, he might not even be as big as one the other day. He's kind of a skinny fish. Hey, well, we're gonna weigh him if I get these scales out of here. If I can find them. Where they at? I had them right here. Oh. Anyhow, hey, let's see what he weighs. I'm gonna throw this fish back. You bass boys, y'all can't get mad at me because I'm gonna throw this fish back. Y'all don't control the motor going in a circle. But I'm gonna weigh this fish and I'm gonna throw him back. But he's a good one. Hey, he's a good one. He's a good one. We weigh, I mean, the camera's way off here. I got it so high. I don't know why I got the camera so high. My goodness, that thing's up there 40 miles. I'll be like, threw the camera off. I gotta get it down. I got it too high. Hey, let's weigh this fish. Let's weigh this fish. We're gonna weigh him. We're gonna weigh him. We're gonna turn the power on. Power's on. Blinking, I don't know. Unit. We in pounds, we in pounds. Okay. I don't believe he's gonna weigh much over 5 pounds. I'll be honest with you. Look at him. 5 pounds. Is that the way he weighs? 5 pounds. Look at that. Hey, guess what? Catch and release at its finest. I know y'all don't believe it, but here we go. We're gonna catch and release. We're gonna throw him, I'm gonna throw him back. 5 pounds, largemouth, you boys. There he goes. There he goes. Go on, mama, she ain't wanting to go. Oh, I gotta stir him up. There he goes. There he goes. 5 pounds, catch and release. You got to love it. The old fisherman doing it again. On Lake Monticello. And hey, them little scales come in handy. Glad I got them. My wife done that for me. But fish weigh 5 pounds. That's 2 5-pounders I done caught. 2 of them out here. Take these scales back in here and go back at it. That sucker thumped that baby. He thumped that. You got to love it, Jay. He thumped. Once in a blue moon now. Uh-oh. My dog on camera is all out of whack. My goodness. Everything's going crazy here this morning. But anyhow, once in a blue moon, I'll keep me a largemouth. I like the way it eat, but they, and I know you fellas won't all want to throw back them largemouth. I know that. Once in a blue moon, though, I like to keep a medium-sized largemouth. I will. But that and that, boy, he creamed it. But I told you these bass are getting on these points. I was surprised I didn't get one to bump that doggone spoon. I've been seeing bass out here. But he took that doggone You Got to Love It jig. He thumped it too. I was kind of just pulling it when he hit. I really thought that when I first hooked him, I had a catfish. Then he come up and try to spit it out. And I'm up there. While he's spitting it out, I'm up there with the camera. I'm bad about just quit fishing and go hunt my camera and get it on. Because I had turned it on and was trying to do a video, and the fish ain't been biting that good. I'll be honest with you, I've been having a hard time this morning. I caught a couple, but I haven't tore them up by no means. And I've seen some nice hooks come in. I put a bumping spoon out there, and I tried to bump to see if I could get an old bass stirred up to hit. Because I know I see some bass out there. There's some bass out here on this rig. And darn if he didn't hit the You Got to Love It jigs. What he hit. He thumped it too. He thumped it. He hit it. Hit the old cream looking color. I had the burnt orange on there, but he hit the cream color. That one did. So, but anyhow, hey, we threw him back. We got him on film, and we had a good time catching him. It's amazing he didn't get off when I was messing with that camera. Let me tell you, I wasn't even paying no attention to that fish. There you go. Something hit it. But he come up, and then he got around the buoy. So I had to go and unwrap my line around the buoy to get him in. But by the time I got the camera on, he was done wore out. Boy, when he first hit it, now he took off. He took off. In fact, I got my drag real loose now. He took off when he first hit that thing. He thumped it too. Lord mercy, he thumped it. But anyhow, hey, we got us a nice bass. Went yesterday, Father's Day, and got some of the best news of my life. We found out the sex of the baby, and we played a little game to do it. I don't know if y'all ever played this game, but they come up with doggone, you spell out, they put a bunch of chips with letters on it, and you spell out what it's going to be. So, you know, the grandmas was down there searching around. I'm looking for the letter B. I ain't seen no letter B nowhere. And I done said to the boy it was going to be a boy. I mean, I predicted it'd be a boy. I had two youngest. My first child with my first wife was a girl, but now with my wife Deborah, I had two boys. We was wanting a girl, but we had two boys. And wasn't nothing wrong with that, but anyhow, hey. So we was all excited there, and they shuffling through all, and I'm looking for B. All I need to see is the letter B. And I seen the letter B, I knew it was going to be a boy. There wasn't no letter B on that table. And I'm thinking, what? It's a girl. Show us the world it's a girl. And they scrambling around there, Deborah and Caitlin, which is my Caitlin is my daughter-in-law. Her mama Lauren. Deborah and Lauren was scuffling around there trying to spell out what it was, and me and old Randy Cease is my son's father-in-law, and is looking, and I'm looking for B, and there ain't no B's, and then all of a sudden they spell out, it is not a girl. They fooled the Old Fisherman, but I'm looking for B. But anyhow, it's gonna be a boy, and we had a good time with that little game. I never played that before, because I'm new at this grandfather stuff. But anyhow, it's gonna be a boy, so the Old Fisherman is gonna have him a grandson. You believe that? A grandson. Now you know that boy ain't gonna be worth two. Lord have mercy, I'm gonna have to buy me another boat. Something he can crawl around in. I don't know. We'll do something. We'll worry about that when time comes. There's another fish. Finally, we get another bite after that bass. My goodness, it's been slow today. I come over here in a little bitty baby thing, but I come over here thinking I'm going to cream these fish. Been drooling all weekend wanting to get back, and I ain't catching them. I ain't catching them like I want to. Yeah, that bass was nice, you know. Hey, every time you catch a bass, that's special. Especially when you catch them on your plug, that's even more special. But hey, been tough. Been tough. I want to tell you fellas, while we looking for daggone fish, hopefully they'll bite. I'm going to tell you a little story. We used to, as kids, we used to go over to Broad River, past Broad River, coming over this lake, over the bridge of Broad River, out for Peak, South Carolina. There's a place out there called Freshly Shoals. Freshly Shoals. And we used to go in there as kids, Drive right down. Back then you could drive down to the, I ain't been over there so long, I probably houses in there now. But it wasn't up but woods and a river and rocks. We'd get out there, about 4 or 5 of us, and tie croaker sacks to our belts. And we'd go out there in that doggone river and do what they call graveling. I know some of you guys, you might call it noodling, but we called it graveling. Now we wasn't catching big catfish now. A lot of these smaller catfish, all different sizes, up to a couple pounds. And we would go in there and we would find us, reach our hands, get into the water, 2, 3 foot deep, reach under down the rocks and find a hole. And you stick your hand in that hole and you reach under there and feel around, see if you feel old catfish. Well, if it's catfish under here, you can feel it, its skin. And of course, a catfish and a snake might feel kind of alike. So that always worried us. Stick your hand on there and come out with a snake. But anyhow, you get familiar with it. You know what you're fishing for up under there. Well, we over there fishing up under there. And what we do, at that time, we knew all the big flat rocks was that had the cavities. Excuse me. Had the cavities up under it. Choking to death. Excuse me. Choked up here. But anyhow, man, I tell you, one thing is you got choked up on something. But anyhow, we got in there. We all be around this big old flat rock. And all of us would put our hands under it at the same time. But what we do is we close all the holes under that rock at the same time. And you can reach up under there. Lo and behold, we never thought about, some of them you had to kind of dive under and stick your arms under it. You get trapped, you can drown. So, crazy kids are doing it. So we getting up under these rocks and we graveling up under there. And you never wanted to get close to that bank. Never wanted to get close to the bank. You want to stay out in the middle of the river because you felt like closer to the bank, the more opportunity you got to pull a snake out. We up under there, hey, we used to catch catfish, croaker sacks full of them. I mean, croaker sacks full of them. Come home with loads of catfish and we caught them graveling. Like I said, I just want to tell you, that was a way of fishing. A lot of these guys, these young boys this day and time are going around these ramps in Lake Murray and going up under the ledges of these ramps and catching huge catfish. They're catching huge catfish up under these ledges where the water's done wash out from under wraps, and these old catfish are going in anything they can hide under, and that's where they live. But just another way to catch fish, you can catch them with your hands. But hey, luckily nobody ever got snake bit, or nobody never drowned it, but that was some fun back in the day. Go over there and catch them baby catfish in the summertime right now. Over the fields or over the freshly shows. In South Carolina on Broad River. What is wrong with these fish? Doggone it. I left them here thinking they was going to be back. They ain't. Them rascals, that's what they will fight. That's what they'll do to you, people. You think you got them pinned down, and guess what? You ain't. You ain't. We need to get on some fish. We really, truly, and it's calming down. It's getting nice. That's the weatherman says there's going to be a wind today. It's getting nice. We just got to find some fish. That's all we got to do. Got to find some fish, caught that nice bass. But anyhow, hey, that's basically, the old bass that looks like if we don't get on a fish in a few seconds, that looks like that's it. We're going to have to hunt around. It's amazing, ain't it? Same place we caught the devil out of them on Thursday and Friday. And can't catch nothing. Caught a couple of little ones. They gone. They ain't here. I don't see them. We got to search for them. We got to search for them and we got to activate them again. Somewhere they out here. I'm telling you, somewhere they own this point. I'm gonna pull up my buoy. That's what I'm gonna do. And we're gonna stop this video. Hey, but that was a nice bass. I throwed him back. I done what all you bass boys want me to do. I'm getting better. Hey, I was raised in an era you didn't throw fish back. Huh? What you caught, it wasn't catch and release, it was catch and grease. And that's the way I was raised, people. It's hard to me. I used to fish with a fellow named Rock Monteith. This is a true story. And I've told you about Rock, but it's a true story. We took the tracker rep back when I was a holiday camper and boat. He wanted to go fishing, and at that time you come over here bumping the bottom with a spoon, and you could catch you a pile of largemouth, a pile of white bass. We had the ultimate time over here. If you think this perch fishing is good, when them white bass is in here like the perch are, my goodness, we have some fun. You catch them old 2 and 2.5 pound white bass fast, you can throw it down, bump the bottom, just like we catching these perch. But anyhow, we were over here, and at that time, hey, Rock was in the FLW. So he was a big bass man. I wasn't at that time. I could care less about bass tournaments and catch and release. I was not raised like that. Anyhow, we were over here, and buddy, we was on him. And every time old Rock catch a bass, he'd throw him back. I said, Rock, don't be throwing him bass back. I raised the sand, old Rock. Hey, man, I got to throw him back. That's, you know, you get programmed to do that. I understand it. You get programmed. But you got to remember, I was brought up in another era. But anyhow, old Rock, I caught one. I know that fish weighed 9 pounds, at least. He was a dolly, jumbo delight whopper. And I'm proud of this sucker. I mean, I'm thinking about mounting this fish. This fish is one of the biggest fish I caught in a while at the time. I'm gonna mount this fish. We didn't have no scales. I'm saying 9 pounds. And Rock said, let me feel that fish and see how much he weighs. And that sucker, instead of holding his hand out right in the boat, you know what he done? He kind of held his hand out for me to hand it to him out here. I'm thinking, I don't want to do that, but I'll do it. And that sucker went to grab it and just let it go. Deloosh, right in the water. And the look on my face, him and that tracker Tracker Dave. We called him Tracker Dave. He was the tracker boat rep, and we took him out fishing. Them two laughed at me because I was not wanting to throw that fish back. But that Rock played a trick on me, reached out to catch my fish, held that fish, and like it slipped out its hands, oops, bloosh, right in the water. Oh, God. I about fell down in the boat. But hey, I got over it. And they laughed. Oh, my God, did they laugh. It was shock come on my face. You know, threw my big bass back. I couldn't wait to get home and take a picture of that. We didn't have cameras back then. Take a picture of that thing and get him mounted, put him on the wall. And that doggone Rock Monteith saved that bass's life. After that, we got to throwing a good many bag. I got into bass fishing, tournament fishing. Hey, I learned to catch and release for a while. But out here, I don't catch that many bass. When I was catching all them 2 or 3 at a time, I tell you about, I threw a lot of them back. I didn't keep them back. Now, every so often, I keep a bass. Especially out of Lake Murray. That's a good eating out of Lake Murray. Over here, they're kind of strong. They ain't as good over here. I'd rather have a catfish over here. But that joke, that was a story about that they really laid one on me one day. And I guarantee you right now, I don't know where Tracker Dave is, but I bet he's still talking about that. And I know Rock is. That Rock's a character, but funny fella. Love him to death. I don't see him much. Me and him used to fish together a lot. But hey, that sucker loves to play golf now. He's on a golf course every day. But he lives the life of Raleigh. That joker never could figure him out. He had a job and he got a buyout and knew how to invest his money. And that sucker buys a new Suburban and a new bass boat about every year. He's way above my caliber, but he's a fine fella. He fishes FLW, that ain't cheap, but he got some money. Obviously, I ain't never seen him work. Hey, I think I knew Rock when he was about 50, he's probably below 50. That sucker ain't never worked. All he does is play. Him and his wife, they'll go up to Florida and spend a couple months in the wintertime in Florida just to catch daggone crappies in Lake Okeechobee. And them Oscars and all that stuff that they catch down in Florida, he loves it. He goes down there and rents a house for months at a time and stays. So you can do that. You know you got money. The Old Fisherman got to stay over here in a John boat. He's sitting out there in a 22-foot Ranger. Not to mention he's got a center console for the coast. So he got it. He's living the life of Raleigh. Somebody said on my show when I was showing my backyard, I was living the dream. I am living the Old Fisherman dream, but I ain't living the Rock Monteith dream. Let me tell you, I'd be fishing in with a nicer boat. But hey, I'm trying to prove a point here. I can go buy me a boat, but I don't want to. Something happened to me, I got to make sure my wife's secure when I leave here. I can't have her in misery when I'm gone. So. But anyhow, I sacrifice. It'd be nice to have a big old nice boat. Now I've had them, but then I got to worry about keeping it white down. Let me tell you, I don't like cleaning boats. You can tell, look at this one. I like using boats. They're like a tool. When I was an electrician, every so often I put a little grease on my pliers, a little oil, make them lubricated. Hey, I wore them babies out. Well, I'm wearing this boat out. The Old Fisherman's wearing this boat out. Right now, he ain't wearing them fish out though. Them fish are wearing him out today. All he's doing is talk. We need to get on a fish. I'm gonna have to let you go, it's getting long. But we have really not caught anything with that on this video but that black bass, and I apologize for that. And I can't probably put it on. I'm probably going to start over. Now I threw the bass back, I can't even show it. That's another reason I like to throw them in the live well. If it's so hot, they won't stay live in there. A lot of times I throw them in the live well and show them again on my video, and then throw them back later after we all over. It's just still swimming, and they'll stay in there in the wintertime for a long time, but they won't this heat. They'll die. So that fish was stressed out when I put it back. I mean, he swam off, but he was stressed out at that point. So hey, they biting. They're little, but few of them bumping. Few of them bumping. But anyhow, hey, we're not catching nothing. I'm gonna get another video starting. This is getting long. People, I had to tell a couple stories. Anyhow, we won't have no fish catching. We just story telling. I'm sorry. See ya.